Hello and welcome to episode 6 of the Wings of Wigan, our one club story with Wigan Athletic on FM24. In episode 5, we have seen the euphoria of the EFL Cup, and in episode 6 today, we will be looking at our final 4 games, a season review, and the start of our championship. So without further ado, let's dive in. With 4 games to go in the league, we have a 10-point lead over our nearest rival Portsmouth, so a win would give us the trophy. However, Peterborough lost their game before we played ours, giving us the league. It's a wonderful start to the save. We have done the double in our first season, winning the League One and the EFL trophy. We continue to do our part, beating Lincoln 2-0 and then absolutely hammered Port Vale with a 4-0 victory. We ended the league on a disastrous note, losing 3-2 to Portsmouth and then getting absolutely hammered by Bristol Rovers 1-4. Well, the season's now over and the last 2 games kind of took away a bit of the sheen, but it doesn't take away the fact that we have been promoted to the championship on the first time of asking. We have absolutely dominated in the league. If you look at our fixtures, we went unbeaten for 14 games right from the beginning of February to almost the end of April. Even the beginning of the season was very, very good. So we had an unbeaten October, unbeaten November, unbeaten August as well. Great run all throughout. And here's the confirmation. We are the champions of Sky Bet League 1 with 102 points. Louis Graban with 14 goals in the league. And also we have won the EFL trophy with Callum Lang's 4 goals. At the end of the season, the finances look about $1 million in the green. So we are looking pretty good. And the championship, we should be getting more money. I hope we get a good transfer budget and a good wage budget so that we can compete in the championship right away. Look at our supporter profile. We have gained about 115,000 people on social media. The supporters are very, very pleased with our performance in the league. Our accolades have given us the head coach of the year, something I'm really, really proud of. The sponsorships for the year are now in, and our balance is now up to 2 million. Looking at some of our season stats, we are the first in expected goals against per game. We conceded the least amount of games per game. We have the highest number of shutouts. As they say, league wins are built on defenses, and this is where the defense has worked very, very well. Highest number of dribbles, second highest number of goals. So the strikers also did their part. And third in shots on target and third in set piece goals. Set pieces is something that I have not spent too much time this year. This year's set piece creation is so much better in FM24 that it saves so much time. Let's go through our end of season review. It's one feature of FM which I really, really love to see. So the new arrivals Sean Clare, Liam Shaw and Michael Gaddo. I mean all the usual suspects are there. I'm surprised that Gravon is so low. It's a season to remember for sure. What a season it has been. Well, moments to remember. 4-1 was the biggest win versus Port Vale that we saw in this episode itself. A match to remember versus Reading. 2-0 victory. We saw it in episode 3. And the goal to remember also was seen in episode 3. Financially, it has been a good season. We now have a few more sponsorship deals. This actually forms a benchmark from where we see how we have grown the club. Now let's look at the lineup for the season. Our best 11 was Sam Tickle at goal, 55 games, an average rating of 7.06. Sean Clare, 26 stars, 12 substitute appearances, 9 assists, 6 goals. He was a brilliant player for us all throughout the season. Kaylen Watts on loan from Arsenal, 45 games, started, 3 substitute appearances, 3 assists and 5 goals, 6.96, not too shabby as well. Charlie Hughes, again in central defense, 6.87, 55 games he played, 41 starts, 2 assists, 2 goals. Tom Pearce, 37 appearances, 8 assists and 1 goal, 7.18. What a player he has been as well. The defensive midfield position, 6.8 from Baba Adiko, 1 assist in 43 games. That's a position I would like to strengthen next season. On to our central midfielders, Liam Shaw was brilliant, 9 goals, 5 assists from 49 appearances, 30 starts, 7.314. That is amazing. Matthew Smith supported him well. 53 appearances, 43 starts, 6 assists, 6 goals. In the attack, Stephen Humphries, 11 goals from 41 appearances and 8 assists, 0.99. Michael Gaddo, what a star he turned out to be for us. 7.10 rating. 13 goals from 43 games with 35 starts, 8 assists, was brilliant. And Louis Graban, what a signing. He's the signing of the year for me. 16 goals from 49 appearances, 20 starts and 20 substitute appearances he made. He had to be rotated in at times, but he performed brilliantly whenever he played. As for the accolades, Liam Shaw is our player of the season, fans player of the season, as well as the young player of the season. Glenn Ria was the signing of the season for the fans. Interesting. And goal of the season went to Matthew Smith. Graban was a top goal scorer. Most assists went to St. Clair. And Tom Pierce was the most number of man of the matches. We won the head coach of the month 3 times, August, January and March, as well as the head coach of the year. And we managed to make a sale for 625,000, but to be fair, most of it was done by the previous management. My sales were not that high. The last 2 buys of Liam Shaw and Liam Morrison are for next season. Shaw joins us permanently from Celtic, and we got Liam Morrison from FC Bayern. So we are already strengthening the squad for next season. Speaking of next season, we are also trying to get Gardo to be signed permanently. He has been a good servant for us, and I think he will do well in the championship as well. Also, we are trying to get Gillen Watts on a permanent deal. So we're trying to get all our loan signings who did well permanently into the club. Oh, and there is a piece of bad news. Graban is retiring. He's 35 for sure, but I expected him to stay one more season, play for us a bit in the championship. He has been extremely good for us, and missing him will be a big shoe to fill. And even before the season ended, we have already made 3 signings. Matt Brusher joins us from Plymouth. Musa Sissoko comes from Nates. He has been a star in the English football, so he can definitely do a job for us in the championship. And the big one, Michael Gardo joins from Fulham. 800,000, that has completely taken out our transfer budget. It has also meant that our transfer of the 24-year-old Tedic, who was supposed to be our backup striker for this season, we could not complete the transfer because we did not have enough money. That situation continued till the start of the season, so we did not make any signings, and our first games against Middlesbrough was up on the cards. At this point, we got an offer for Asgard, whose best position was attacking midfield central. We don't play with attacking midfield central. He does provide cover on the wings, but for 1.6 million, it seemed a good sell. It would help us get some more players. So we decided to accept the offer. The board was having none of it though. They decided to reject the offer. They blocked it because they felt that they should get at least 2.6 million for Asgard. Board, what have you done? So we went into the game against Middlesbrough with 2 new signings of Brusher and Sissoko. They are indeed a upgrade over our previous year's midfielders. So I hope the team does well. Middlesbrough went up early, but we equalized with Humphreys in the 60th minute, giving us 1 point in our first game of the championship away from home. I couldn't be happier with that. Next up was Lincoln in the Carabao Cup, and again it was Humphreys who gave us a goal as we beat them 1-0. Time was running out for us to make the transfers, so eventually I had to take the risk, sell off Alfie Devine's sell-on clause for 1.92 million. He's definitely worth more, but right now we need money to save the team in the championship. Almost all the money went straight into the wage budget. We were overspending the wage budget by almost 30k. So getting the wages under control was important. And it also left us with a 400,000 transfer budget, so we can do something with this. As soon as the money came in and the wage budget went higher, and I saw players coming in asking for better contracts, Humphreys, Adiko. I don't know if this is some new feature of FM that now it knows how if the wage budget has increased and they want better contracts. That would be an interesting addition though. We drew our first home game of the championship, 1-1 against Norwich. Penalty in the 95th minute from Clare. We did manage to get in Will Dixon on loan. He looks like a fantastic player. He's good finishing, dribbling, passing, can play on the wings as a striker as well, so he is a fantastic signing for us. We had our first loss in the league, a 2-0 defeat to Cardiff away from home, before we had our first win of the league with a 1-0 win over Hull, 32nd minute strike from Asgard. The man we wanted to sell to improve our team with the money, and the board had refused us. Sometimes the irony is not lost. And there are bigger problems in the club with Humphreys wanting to join a bigger club, so was Hughes, Adiko, Pierce and Tickle all unhappy. We are going to have dynamics issues this season, and it is not the ideal thing to have when you are trying to fight off relegation. Up next was Ipswich, and it was 1-0 lead for them till the 97th minute when Sissoko found the goal, making it 1-1 and giving us a valuable point. My eyes lit up when I saw this offer. 1.7 million for Glenn Ria, who is surplus to requirements for us. Last season he was very good, but this season he hasn't performed well, and he's probably 3rd or 4th in the pecking order. So 1.7 million for him was absolutely brilliant. The intermediary sale of FM24 coming into play here. This money can salvage our season and give us those extra players we need. We then beat up Burton 1-0 in the Carabao Cup, but lost to Birmingham in the league. If we look at our fixtures in August, it has been a good August, I would say. If you had told me that we will draw 3, win 1 and lose 2 games in the first 6, I would take it any day. 6 points from 6 games, it's a good start. in my opinion. And if we can find those 2-3 extra players, I think we will be able to have a decent season and save off relegation for sure. Currently at the end of August, we are in the 16th place. Whether or not we can hold to this position or build on it, or we will go down, we will come to know in the next episode, which also has the potential to be a busy deadline day. If the Glenn Ria transfer goes through and we get the 1.7 million, we will have a busy deadline day for sure. So I'll see you in episode 7. Till then, have a good day.